I don't know about you, but I can't believe that the end of the year is only 16 weeks away. And if you want to finish this year strong on a whole food plant-based diet, stick around for some tips. Hi, Debbie Shu here from Chew on Vegan, and welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, I'm a plant-based RN and I follow a whole food, plant-based, no oil way of eating. So today, we're going to talk about the fact that there is 16 weeks left in 2023. And I don't know about you, but I want to finish this year strong. Now, we've ended summer, we're going into fall, and that means the holidays, and that means lots of yummy food coming our way, lots of temptations. I want to finish this year healthy and strong. I think this is a crucial time to reflect on our goals and decide if this is going to be the first day of something new or just another day of doing the same old thing and not getting the results that you want. There's been this little saying that's been going around the internet that says one day or day one. And this can be your day one, that you start a healthy lifestyle to reach your optimal health and your optimal weight. So here's a few of my ideas on the subject. Just remember that it's never too late to change. Even if this year has been a total bust, you can start today, start fresh, and have great results by the end of the year. Sail through the holidays, and then January 1st, 2024, you're gonna feel amazing. So it's time to reignite your commitment to a whole food plant-based diet. If you've been thinking about it, now is the time to start. So here are some key points. You want to make sure that you have a clean environment, that your kitchen is stocked with healthy foods, whole food, plant-based. Get rid of all the processed stuff. Make sure you have healthy snacks like fruits and veggies, whole grains, and some plant-based proteins like tofu or tempeh. Having the right foods on hand makes it so much easier to stick to this way of eating. You want to plan out your meals. Now, you don't necessarily have to have everything all lined out, but just have a general idea of what you want to eat for the week. You know, bake up some potatoes, steam some veggies, maybe cook up some rice, have some greens in the fridge ready to go for salads, and that way you have healthy choices to choose from. Having those kinds of foods on hand makes it so much easier to stick to this way of eating, and you're less likely to get some fast food, call for that pizza, or eat some unhealthy snacks. And then check out my channel, and then there's the whole YouTube universe, the whole internet universe, and find some new plant-based recipes that resonate with you. Cooking can be fun, and it doesn't have to be complicated or hard. And you're going to find lots of easy recipes on my channel as well as just out there on the internet. And you might want to consider joining some kind of support group. I have a Facebook group that is great for support, recipes, different ideas, and you can connect with like-minded people. So just go into Facebook and search for whole food plant-based groups, and you'll find many that come up. And this is especially important if you're the only one in your family eating this way, as am I, and it helps to have a group that you can connect with. Now, it's not just food that you want to think about. Losing weight and getting healthy, I feel, is mostly in the kitchen, but you do need to incorporate some exercise, some movement, and walking is great. And if you just incorporate a little bit of walking every day, it's going to really help you. It's going to help your state of mind as well. I know that when I'm regularly exercising, I don't want to eat junk food. I don't want to eat oil. I don't want to eat that stuff. I want to eat healthy foods. So it will go hand in hand with healthy eating is some exercise. And if you want to take it a step further, incorporate some weights, and muscle definitely burns more calories than fat, so you're going to tone up and lose inches and just get you there faster. And you want to find something that you'll be consistent with. There's no use joining a gym if you're never going to go. But if you can just put on your little walking shoes, get outside, and that's something that you like to do, great. Or maybe you like to play pickleball, or maybe you like to take a class, a yoga class. Just find what works for you that you can do consistently on a weekly basis. Exercise doesn't have to be a chore, it can be something fun. So find one that works for you and stick with it. So we've gone over food, we've gone over exercise. Now let's talk about how we're going to finish this year strong. But before I get into that, I want to let you know that this is a great time to get my online course. I'm now offering different forms of payment. I take PayPal, I take Affirm, I take Klarna, and I take Afterpay. And you can get my course for as little as $27 a month. So if you've been thinking about it, but it wasn't quite in your budget, now is a great time to do that, is to sign up for my course, and that will definitely help you finish this year strong. So I'll leave a link to my course down below. Now, finishing the year strong is going to be my goal. So I'm going to be revisiting some of my goals and just maybe adjust them, tweak them a little bit, and see what's going to work for me, what's going to be doable. I am a full-time nurse. I do my YouTube channel, so I don't have a lot of extra time on my hands. So I'm going to work on things that will fit into my schedule. One example is I walk every day on my lunch break. There's a beautiful park by my house and a really cool neighborhood, and I just have this little route, and I make sure I do it every day. So that's at least 5 days a week. And then I like to go to the gym 3 mornings a week before work. So that's something that's doable for me, and I'm going to continue that, but I'm also going to think of other things I could do that I could sneak in there as well. So I really encourage you to write it out. Write down your goals, write down what you want to do, what you think you're able to do that you will stick with. That's the most important thing. These goals don't have to be all lofty and huge. It's just something that you will do every day or almost every day. It's better to do a little something than to be overwhelmed and do nothing. And if you do have some big goals, then break them down into smaller steps and build your way up to that bigger goal. And maybe your goal is to get into the gym and lift some weights and really be trim and thin. But to do that, you need to lose some weight. So maybe you'll start with walking and then gently increase your walking time and maybe do a few light weights at home. And then eventually you could join a gym and get into that. And this is just an example, but just the idea that you want to break things into smaller increments. And try not to be hard on yourself if there's days that you don't do everything that you want to do, that maybe you take a break, and that's okay. Be gentle with yourself. And then the next day or the next meal, whatever it may be, you just get back on track. And then lastly, you might want to find an accountability partner, and that could be somebody that is a friend, a coworker. It could be even somebody online, somebody that you meet in my Facebook group or another Facebook group that have the same goals, and you guys can just check in with each other. It's really helpful to be accountable to somebody, not only yourself, but to another person. It tends to keep you on track. And you can motivate each other. So when one's maybe not really feeling like doing anything, the other one can kind of give them a little pep talk and then get them back on track. So there you have it. We've got 16 weeks left in 2023, and you just need to decide, do you want to finish strong? Is it going to be one day, or is this going to be day one? I hope it's day one for you. Remember that you have the power to ignite and recommit to this way of eating, or maybe you've never even done any of this before, and now is the time. There's lots of resources out there. I'm going to leave everything down below in the description box. Check out Dr. McDougall's The Starch Solution. Dr. Michael Greger has some great books. Dr. Neil Barnard has some great books. You can find all these in bookstores or on Amazon. And not only will they help motivate you, but you will get the science behind why this way of eating works. So let's make these next few weeks count, and we'll finish the year strong, and we'll be going into next year with all this momentum. And remember to check out all the resources below. I also have a newsletter and an e-guide that you can get, and it's all totally free. So if you liked this video, if you found value, if you learned something, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And if you've made it this far in the video, comment below with "Finish Strong." And that way I know you made it to the end with me, and I really appreciate it. So be sure to come back next week for a cooking and recipe video. And remember that all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet. And what you put on your plate determines your fate. Until next time, thank you.